Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the Facebook and visually impaired. How are you all doing? Good. Let's get to the news. I am overwhelmed with news. Matter of fact, I had so much news, I took it to work with me and I worked on all my presentations and then left that jump drive at work. So all the news that was on my computer and nothing from this afternoon. So we'll just whip through it here. Dr. Fauci says cautiously that the U.S. wave of COVID seems like it is going in the right direction. But Fauci, you are such a tease. I don't want to get overconfident, as Tony. And, I agree totally. Hey, in super hyper local news, Facebook for the Blind's channel got 506 views in the last, it's actually 6 months. Since we started posting in August, which is just 7 months ago, we've gotten 500 views, and I'd like to thank everybody for that. Thank you all very, very much. Friend of the show, Goonie Jameson reports super hyper locally from the dispensary. Dude just tried to bring his pet monkey into the store. We told him no, and then that thing screeched so loud, I won't soon forget that sound. So if you're going to the dispensary, bring your monkey repellent. This is what the weather looked like today here in central Illinois, and this was inspired by Beverly showing us the weather through her dash cam a little while ago. So as you can see, we got a dusting of snow, and the sun is a fuzzy egg-shaped ball in the sky. It's kind of cool. Meat Loaf died, and apparently he was didn't like the boosters, didn't like the vaccine mandates, and a lot of people were talking about that. Mountains of tangible evidence have come out that Trump tried to steal the election, including a directive for the National Guard to seize voting machines and data. So that has come to light, and we'll see if there's any accountability in the United States. Wouldn't that be fun? Robert Reich reports from Wall Street that the 5 biggest Wall Street banks just paid out $142 billion with a B in bonuses and compensation for 2021. $18 billion more than in 2020. So I'm thinking I'm going to quit my job and try to work for a bank. That's what I'm thinking right there. Also, in Weekend Update news, because that's where I get most of my news. Saturday Night Live Weekend Update took shots at a wide variety of targets, including John Voight, which anchor Michael Che noted that Voight recently released a video claiming that Abraham Lincoln's spirit was guiding Donald Trump, to which he replied, hopefully not to a theater. Which I said, why not? Go to a theater. It is National News Literacy Week, so you and your students should definitely try to find some ways to fight against misinformation. If you don't know how to do that, Google National News Literacy Week. It's all this week, all 5 days. Starbucks nixed their employee vaccine mandate after the Supreme Court ruled that they didn't have to. So they immediately said, yeah, we don't have to. Wall Street on pace for its worst monthly decline since March 2020 and the worst January performance ever recorded. That's emboldening there, isn't it? A couple more news pieces here. Tucker Carlson lost his mind because M&M's decided to desexualize their green M&Ms, and the Chiron says candy and sexy shoes is highly offensive. Oh, Tucker. Also, our democracy narrowly survived becoming an autocracy because documents have appeared that outline the Defense Department's, as I mentioned earlier, they had a plan to seize the voting machines. Always try to end on a monkey story, and I had more than I could even handle. Lab monkeys escape after a traffic accident in Pennsylvania, and one of the first comments is, any of them named Cornelius? Wouldn't that be fun? So there's escaped monkeys in Pennsylvania. But my favorite story of the whole week, and I certainly hope you can check it out, Popular Science reports that more skunks can do handstands than we thought. Look at that cute skunk doing a handstand. I know.
Love it.
Look at that puppy.
I love those goddamn things.
I know. And you'd think, right? A lot of people were speculating. They were like, oh, he must do a handstand to get his his stink glands like up higher. No, they do that, look at their prey, then they hop back around and spray them. I don't understand. Skunks are kooky animals. That has been the news for Monday, January 24th, 2022. I am your humble host, Eric, joined by my delightful co-host, Michael and Andrew, taking it away.
All right. I do have some wholesome ones, but I also have some really, the kind of stuff I usually bring. And I do know that one of them is pretty early on, and I did not adjust that. So be braced. I think it's coming up in two. So this one is just like a teen mirror selfie. It says, "I'm not phased, bro. But just for the record, we do be fearing that which we cannot understand." He's like trying to look all tough. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is a Ben Garrison edit, and I don't know the original one at all, but it's relabeled to be so there's like a big crowd where they're holding a sign that says "When You," and they're like clearly liberals because they're wearing like liberal shirts, and it says "Walk away," and someone's yelling, I don't know who, but they have gauges. Hear me say, and then it's the big suits are the heads are Goofy, Donald, and Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and they say, "Oh baby, please don't go," which is this is the song that plays when you start Kingdom Hearts. Oh yeah, this is an edit of a still from The Wire, and there's a guy saying, "This looks like money, motherfucker," and he's holding one of the ape NFTs.
So dumb.
It looks like a king. This is, I don't know what this is, but it's like a little baby looking thing that's kind of like a bear, but it also looks a little bit like a sugar cookie, and it's like dressed as a clown, and it says, "Please be patient, God isn't finished with me yet." I like that. Okay, this is the one that I was the one in question. So this is the Green M&M wearing no clothes, and she's nude.
Oh. Andrew, did I send you that one?
No, believe it or not. I know
Fuck,
that
man, that was my big, like, I have a whole set of just Green M&M shit.
Well, I think it's all great. You sent me one before. We've actually we've discussed the Green M&M before on this show.
Got it.
This is the live action Fortnite movie will reportedly feature 2 sex scenes, and then it's Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling from Blade Runner, and they're saying 2 tickets to Fortnite, please. This is a wholesome one. This dude letting his Squirtle play on his phone while riding the subway is the backbone of our society, and it's from the Pokemon anime, and the Squirtle's playing on a phone.
Oh.
See, this is another one. Love when he do the peace sign, and it's a bunch of Pikachu doing the peace sign, which he does at the end of episodes.
Oh.
This is it's a guitar that's somehow edited with a face of a person that's really distorted, and the mouth is haunting, and it says, "When your child's born acoustic," but it's spelled like AUCOUSTIC, and it says, "Don't ever text me again or I'll call the cops." There's a reply. This is me describing how I handle my feelings, and it's I think it must be Richard Scarry or something. But it says, "Squish Cat squashes the garbage down with his squasher downer."
Oh yeah. I love those.
This is. Oh wait, sorry. Did someone have a tag on this?
Oh, I love those books.
Oh yeah. The U.S. appears to be slowly mutating into Gotham City. And I don't know who all of these people are, but one of them is Lori Lightfoot. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot in the top right corner. And she's just wearing her regular clothes. So this really made me laugh really hard.
It's that fedora.
Who's the first picture of?
I don't know, but it's like a short guy with a cane and is taller.
I think it's Henry Kissinger.
Is it really?
He looks like Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger's like 5 foot tall.
He's very small and he's shrinking.
Yeah, he's tiny. And then the bottom left corner is a balding man in a cow suit, like a cow suit being a suit like a businessman would wear, but it's cow print.
It's so weird.
And then the bottom right is Zenny Jardin, tech culture journalist on Rachel Maddow, and they have pink hair and pink glass frames.
I followed Jeannie Harden, and if you're not following Jeannie Harden, you're missing out.
This is Hank Hill over like a trippy like mandala background, and it says,
Nice.
"Hey there, son. I've got a waifu you might find pretty kawaii. Her name is Stop Drinking Cough Syrup Chan."
That's awesome.
And there's going to be a King of the Hill revival officially confirmed, and that's huge. All right, I'll stop my group on this one. So this is this Mr. House tweets or at Heroic Purple. He says, "I work in an oil field. What the fuck is this?" And it's a pickup truck that has sexy anime girls in bikinis on it. And I like that pulled up in an oil field. All right, that's my round.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for starting us off. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I do want to say, for the record, I think my first round is somehow going to be dirtier than yours.
Oh, that's a first.
So I love this. This may have been on this show before, but it's a picture of a text message exchange, and it says, "Exchange I'm currently having with my landlord." And they text the landlord, "The hot water is broken." And the landlord says, "How? Can you send me some photos?" And then there's a photo of a faucet with water coming out of it. And they text, "It looks like this, but it's not hot." It looks like this, but it's not hot. Fucking great. Oh, amazingly, Charmaine, friend of the show, post this picture of Grogu from The Mandalorian, and Grogu's just sitting there looking a little disgruntled, maybe a little concerned, and it says the 4 stages of a day off. 1, I will do so much stuff. 2, later I'll do lots of stuff. 3, eventually I'll do some stuff. 4, oh no. This hits home for me.
Oh yeah.
Blow fuck yourself. Friend of the show, fucking great account to follow. You'll see lots of them on this particular episode. Says, "Me confronting the piece of shit that's been eating all the mayonnaise," and it's a picture of a person pointing at themselves in the mirror very angrily. Blow fuck yourself again has a picture of a younger Dolly Parton, younger than she is now, hanging up a sign, and the sign says, "It's okay to eat a little shredded cheese out of the bag in the middle of the night over the sink like a rat." Thank you, Dolly Parton.
Nice.
Go fuck yourself says, "On today's episode of How American Are You?" And there's a picture of a man in a like baseball hat and a hoodie, and he's looking at something unidentifiable before you read the caption that says, "I deep fried a loaded gun."
Oh.
How American are you? I deep fried a loaded gun.
That's an awesome
Trash
response.
Can Paul, friend of the show, has a picture of a fortune cookie broken, and then the fortune reads, "You will die at an Arby's in Columbus, Ohio." Also, Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, you got to follow, says, "This ain't my first rodeo, it's my second rodeo." It's a picture of a guy on a bucking bronco. I think this is actually a shirt. We're getting pretty close to the end of this round, but Salad Days, friend of the show, fucking great account. What's up, Salad Days? Thanks for listening. Says, "Rare picture of Pinhead relaxing at home with his pins out." And it's a picture of Billy Corgan.
Oh God.
Some of our listeners are too young to know who Pinhead is. You really are missing out. Those are classic movies. Classical fuck, another just great meme account. Says, "If you ever feel bad again, remember this guy played grass in his school play." And there's a picture of like a grade school cast, and then all the way down, laying down on the ground, is just a kid dressed in all green. Oh shit. Go fuck yourself has this picture that says, "Hey guys, I was in a taxi and I found a Minecraft pickaxe."
Oh.
It's an IUD. It's a picture of an IUD. All right. This next picture is, well, I suppose we should just go to it and then work through it together. It's a take on the Disney classic Ratatouille, and it says
Great.
Ratatouille controlling linguini in the kitchen. And then there's two stills. Both stills is a man without his shirt on, and another person's hand in his hair. The second frame, he's pulling his head back. Looks like these photos are attributed to some account called Grinder Meme. Anyway, that's it for my wholesome round. Back to you, Eric.
Ah, lovely. Lovely. Okay. Gosh darn it.
For the show, yes, that is a wholesome round.
I didn't think to wholesome this one up. So, but I'll try my best. And I only got a couple because I'm technologically screwed tonight. This is just a picture of a musical typewriter. I think it's so cool. It's the first time
so cool.
I've ever actually seen this. And just it's like two semicircles, like in the shape of two C's, and they've got buttons, but with like notes and different things on them. I got to tell you what, Andrew, you're a music guy. I stared at this for a long time. Look where the ribbon's going here. Like I was like, which one of these keys is gonna?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I loved it, and it made Kenneth comment, "What the hell?" Which is
so. Can you try to talk through this picture a little better for our listeners, Eric? Because it's a really beautiful picture.
It's okay. So it's a picture. It's a piece of sheet music, but I think there's a little label over in the corner that leads me to believe this is in a museum. This is mounted somewhere.
Gotta be.
So there's a little label over in the corner that's in Spanish, but basically, the person who posted it wrote a music typewriter from 1936. A lot of interesting industrial looking mechanical stuff. There is a ribbon on two reels. You're looking at it from above. And then there's two double semicircles of buttons along this.
That makes a C,
weird,
like a capital
frame.
C.
Yeah. And honestly, it's just pretty and weird. And I meditated on it for quite some time.
That's dope.
Nice. One of the big stories. Oh, well, actually, now I'm going to do something else here. I got some traction on our Facebook for the Blind page, which reminded me of yours. This is a South Park meme with the banker, and he says, "It's finally Friday, and it's Sunday." I thought it was like your Grogu,
yeah,
baby
exactly.
Yoda. Anyway, so and I actually updated it and made it our Facebook for the Blind promo. It's the weekend, and it's Monday night. Exactly how it felt too. I knew it as I posted the meme. I was like, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen right now. Oh god, man. Let's see. One other weird one. I noticed a lot of boomers that are always posting about how people are posting pictures of their food, and it's absolutely the worst modern trend. And this meme has 7 pictures from the Renaissance. It says painters 500 years ago. Bowl of fruit, bowl of pears. Nice landscape of roast beef and bread with a glass of wine. Another painting of 2 glasses of wine and a bottle. It's people have been taking pictures of food for a long time. These last 5 are a series, and then I'm going to close up and hand it back to Andrew. The big story this week was that Carhartt said that vaccination remains mandatory for employees, and a conservative backlash followed because nobody loves cancel culture like those people that say they hate cancel culture, like Glenn Beck. Posting here, freedom-loving customers are taking a stand. And there's a picture of a guy walking with a bag of Carhartt and says Carhartt faces boycott after keeping COVID vaccine mandate for employees. Boycott Carhartt until they break. But a lot of people on Facebook notice that they don't think that conservatives or Glenn Beck know who today's Carhartt customers are. And here we have a 4-panel meme. And on the left-hand column, we have a man who's working in front of some rugged industrial oil refining machinery. And below him is a guy swinging a chain in front of a boat. Looks like maybe there's a hook on the end of it. And they're both wearing Carhartt. Then in the right column, we got two like college hipsters. And the bottom one distinctly looks kind of stoned. I mean, her eyes aren't red, but
the top one's wearing a marijuana leaf shirt.
Yeah, so they're definitely hot. That's true. You're right. It's all about it. You're right. I should have measured the meme. I bet it's 420 millimeters on each side. That's my prediction right there. So, you know, a real common theme that was going around, and this was posted in America's Cultural Decline into Idiocy. And if you're not following America's Cultural Decline into Idiocy, you're probably saving a lot of time. And I don't know that I can actually strongly recommend it. But this post is, why is the same people who call us snowflakes will literally set their own shit on fire the moment they feel slighted by some company? And it is a picture of an actual guy who's burning his Carhartt hat in front of his Ford truck while wearing another Carhartt hat.
Well, I only have Carhartt hats.
So, and to close it out, friend of the show, Ben Bannock posts, burning my Carhartt today like I do every winter.
Ben Bannock, friend of the show, Ben Bannock is the only person I know who walked away from a promising career in stand-up comedy to be a farmer.
But he's
fucking hilarious.
Dude, and one of the funniest things is, too, at a certain point, I run into him and Hannah's wearing like this backless outfit, and tattooed on her back is her farm with her on a tractor working her farm. So it was like, clearly, yeah.
She has a PhD, doesn't she?
Yeah, in like something uber brainy.
Dr. Hannah,
Dr. Hannah
fucking bush hogging.
Dr. Hannah, which, by the way, we know Dr. Hannah because she was the bartender at a bajillion of our comedy shows, and then I find out tattoos, farmer, doctor, uber brainy, and judge not, people.
This is another Yu-Gi-Oh meme. It's in the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh. I want to say it's the first episode. Yugi Moto's grandfather is trapped in a videotape cassette. And he goes, Pegasus, what did you do to my grandfather? And then Pegasus goes, he's been minted to the blockchain, my dear Yugi boy. And that's kind of a approximation of how that character sounds. Oh, this meme rocks. The Jerry Seinfeld from the Kenny Rogers chicken roaster episode, which is underrated. Great episode of Seinfeld. And Jerry goes, Kramer, what's going on in there? And then it's a screen of the Denny's Grand Slam, which is just kind of like a punk, maybe like a hardcore band playing at a Denny's. And he goes, the Denny's Grand Slam, Jerry. And then this is another Denny's. It's
dude, your voice on that was spot on, bro.
Yeah. So then this one is it's a still from Arthur, and it's Arthur's playing piano, Buster's playing tuba, and then George, I think, is this character, has like a cassette, like a microphone, and then it's just, what the fuck is up, Denny's, which is another reference to the Denny's Grand Slam YouTube video. Here's another Yu-Gi-Oh one, and it's my girlfriend making fun of me for playing a children's card game. And then it's Yu-Gi-Oh going, me contemplating on whether I should just dump her or send her to the Shadow Realm. I just keep screenshotting these and they keep showing up in my feed because I keep doing it. This is pretty wholesome. This is it looks like a rubber ducky and someone's hand is patting it and it says, breaking news, this duck is happy. Someone told him he's cute.
Oh,
that was pretty wholesome.
That is a happy ass duck.
That's super wholesome.
Oh, this is it's Link holding up Julian Baker's sprained ankle, and it says, it's my depressive episode and I get to choose the music.
You're Your life revolves around her, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm waiting. As soon as the show ends, I ordered it. I bought a shirt. So as soon as this show ends, I'm going downstairs to see if it came in the mail. I thought this one was so funny. It's like a girl, and these are American Girl dolls, and she's like posing by like a case of them. And it says, I love checking on my blocked list. It's like they're my little prisoners. And just like this girl is so satisfied, and the dolls look so haunted.
That's such a good idea.
It's such a funny like image. Oh, this is me installs ad blocker extension. Hot single MILFs in my area, and then it's just a bunch of hot anime girls being sad and looking forlorn. Oh, stop on this one. So it says sending Eevee to. So this is a Pokemon still, and when you trade a Pokemon, it says sending the Pokemon to blank, the name of the trainer. So the trainer's name is War. So it says sending Eevee to War. Goodbye, Eevee. And then it's Eevee popping out with a gun, and it says Steel type War Eevee. Okay.
I don't think I followed that one, man.
Oh, it's just that the Pokemon has a gun.
Oh,
Like the
no,
one I
that
shared. Remember a couple on the last episode I was on, I had the Pokemon with there's a Pikachu with a gun.
Right. I think
Well,
I got it.
that's my round.
This is from Glow Fuck Yourself again. Subtweeting Donna at Vagiver, who says, when I was a little kid, I thought this little piggy went to the market meant it went shopping. Yeah, it's kind of dark. Friend of the show, Josh at Flitter, he says, can't stop thinking about this horizontally cut bread. I don't know why this is funny, but it's just two paper plates next to each other and a slice of bread that's longer than the two paper plates next to each other. There's not much more to say about it, but it is weird to look at.
It is weird, and I saw loaves of horizontally sliced bread going around. That was a trending thing on the inner tubes. And why?
Yeah. I think just because it's so weird. Somebody let Dylan in. Diane in, sorry. All right. Insane Johnny, friend of the show. He's posting his tribute. He just says, rest in peace, Meat Loaf, and it's a picture of Chris Christie waving.
Oh, that's so good.
Jokestar, another great account. You got to follow Jokestar. If you're not following Jokestar, you're missing out. Actually, does anybody know the name of this character? If anybody does, it'll be TD. I don't know the name of this character.
His name is Wong.
Wong.
Wong from Dr.
I should have known that. Isn't he a librarian?
Yeah. In the first panel, he says, if dirty talk turns you on, your genitals are technically voice activated. And then the next one, he's walking through a portal, and he says, until next time. Voice activated genitals. Jokes are again.
That.
Says, on February 14th, I will post I miss us comments on every couple photo I see. And then there's a picture of Batman. And Alfred saying to him, some men just want to watch the world burn. Blow fuck yourself as a can of Squirt, caffeine-free thirst quencher, with the caption, Squirt is not tea. It's a caffeine-free, naturally flavored citrus soda. Oh, man. Friend of the show, Trevor Noah, The Daily Show. What's up, Trevor? Says, what did she ever do? No, seriously. I don't actually know. And he's subtweeting The Hill, who reports Donald Trump slams January 6th panel after Ivanka Trump interview request. Trump says, they'll go after children. Speaking, of course, of Ivanka Trump, who is older than me. Anyway, like by this logic, Donald Trump is a child. Which actually, never mind. I'm kind of like deflating my whole argument. Anyway, at right wing Cope. Now this is funny. So people have been going after Babylon Bee, saying that Babylon Bee just has the same joke over and over and over again. Babylon Bee is not a friend of the show. This is a sworn enemy of the show. The Babylon Bee, and they have this picture, and it says the Babylon Bee is just funnier, and it's a guy wearing like a happy mask, but he's crying behind it. And then they have all of these headlines from the Babylon Bee. Man identifies as woman just long enough to voice valid opinion on abortion. Motorcyclist who identifies as bicyclist sets cycling world record. Bob the tomato praised for being a fruit who identified as a vegetable. And on and on and on and on and on. It's the same joke, right? Such and such identifies as such and such. Well, Seth Dillon, who is the editor of the Babylon Bee, subtweets that and says, "We identify as funny." And GameCube Zeno says, "Who expected them to use the same joke again after us making fun of them for overusing the same joke?" These Babylon Bee is so fucking unfunny. They still didn't get like we were making fun of them. Fucking assholes.
That's hilarious.
This is an actual photo of my upstairs neighbor's favorite shoes, and it's just a picture of two bricks with flip-flop like thongs on top of them. Oh, God, wow. I hated living in an apartment. Oh, that's what it always sounded like.
Oh,
and
God.
Peck the halls.
Yes.
Heck yeah, because upstairs neighbors are always loud, right? Totally. Peck the halls at Jamie_Elizabeth, friend of the show, says, "Dear at Eve6, the band, my 20-something neighbors have friends over and they are karaoke singing the Heart in a Blender song, in case that makes you happy." And actual Eve6 replied, "Tell them the guy from Eve6 says to turn it down."
Oh, I've got a little tag on this. So Jamie Elizabeth is a host of the Antifada, and I think is on Majority Report too. And the Eve6 guy, somehow, I don't know when this happened, but when he took over the band's Twitter account, started like getting really involved in like leftist online spaces, and is now like really like doing the rounds on all these circuits. And Jake Flores, who hosts Pod Damn America, is going to be opening for Eve6 on tour. Kind of a crazy turn of events, but yeah, sorry.
That's dope. It's funny that you like say that, because I've been following Eve6 on Twitter for a while just because of like their Twitter presence. It's fucking dope.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's really cool.
They don't take themselves too seriously. They were in a fake Twitter battle with Patton Oswalt for a while. Like, I don't know. I really dig it. It's
their Twitter's very fun.
I think this is my last one for this round, and it's from @FlowerQueers, who says, "Turning my mental illnesses into kinks and calling it the BDSM 5. For you psychology nerds out there, and literally no one else. I want to point out that Andrew Teedy is just angrily shaking his head no. No. How dare you pun at me? Back to you, Eric.
Nice. All right, lots of stuff here. First off, this is just a beautiful piece of graffiti art from my buddy Mike. If you're not following my buddy Mike, you're missing out. I stared at it for quite a while. Diane actually commented on this. What was it? You named some handsome guy you thought it looked like, but
John Hamm.
John Hamm. Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, I was just fascinated with it. This one's because I want Andrew to like me. This is This is a picture of Hello Kitty, and she has a little red bow in her hair, and she's wearing a little red jumper with a daisy on it, and she has an AK-47.
Yeah, I love that.
I love this one.
That's awesome.
If I were the type of person to get a tattoo, this would be a strong contender right there. Sticking to cartoons, this is Skeletor. He's apparently having martini, and he's holding up a skewer with the two olives, and he's holding them in the eye sockets of his skull, and he's saying, "I'm not interested in being polite or heterosexual." Which, love it.
And it looks like he has an erect nipple.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's always in there.
Oh.
That's always in there. As we commented on before, the Green M&M has undergone a bit of a transition. There's the before and the after in this 3-panel. And the before, she's got on go-go boots that are, high heels. And after, she's got on actually like tights. Her legs and arms are covered, and she's wearing sneakers appropriately. And then there's a picture, cartoon from Futurama. Oh, God, what's his name? The Door. Fry. And he's labored Tucker Carlson, and he says, "I'm as mad as I've ever been." And I really, I really do. And by the way, this is from America's. I'm not going to recommend it. Anyways, but yeah, every week it's like new outrage for something. I'm like, I don't know how he keeps doing it. Sticking with this, animals, friend of the show, Jason Brown. If you're not following my friend Jason Brown, hey, dank memes melt steel beams. Posts this picture of a cat with his arm up on the counter at a diner with a cup of coffee in front of him, and it says, "When you're on your lunch break, considering not going back." I felt it. This next one is a 4-panel from Seize the Memes, Abolish the Police. The 4-panel girl in the back of the taxi says, "We need to abolish the police." And then we see The Rock responding, "But what about domestic abusers?" And she responds, "They'd have to get new jobs, obviously." So, yeah, I don't know if you're in the audience, but I want to play that one back. I don't know. Okay, so this one I just really loved, and I got quite a bit of traction on it. It's just a picture of Moon Knight. I'd say Moon Knight circa 1981's descending stairs, except that his caption is, "I know you're here, Joe Biden, you big fucking nerd. Where's my goddamn student debt cancellation?" Posted by Workers' Party.
Thank you for knowing that's Moon Knight.
Huh?
I said, thank you for knowing that's Moon Knight.
I had to look it up.
Well, thank you for doing your homework then. Us nerds appreciated that.
I was like, Moon Knight's pretty deep pool.
Yeah, he's coming up.
Yeah.
But he's got a new series or something.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
yeah,
commercials or stuff coming.
Yeah.
This
Moon
was
Knight's on a come up for sure.
This Moon Knight meme was posted by Workers' Party of Massachusetts, friend of the show, Workers' Party of Massachusetts, and I'm gonna do lots of them because that's what I do. This one is a picture of a dog with a sort of a little comb over, only one eye is showing, and she says, "I stand with our dog catchers. They put their lives on the line every day."
The Karen dog.
I liked it. Yeah, this next one is a cat, real close up in the camera, maybe got a paw next to the camera, and there's 2 pit bulls behind him, and it's captioned, "Let me just set this up before I fuck these 2 up." Cracking me up. Oh, all right.
Real quick, Eric, before you get
yes.
off that meme, we're doing
Yes.
good on time. I gotta say, one time I was at my buddy's house and he's got this cat named Pig. And this other guy showed up with a Rottweiler, and the Rottweiler just disappeared. And the guy who had the dog was like, "Dude, do you have a cat out here?" My buddy was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "My dog will eat a cat for sure." And my buddy's like half drunk and smoking a joint, and he goes, "You're worried about Pig? I wouldn't worry about Pig." And right then, you see the Rottweiler screaming, and this cat has got both claws like on both back haunches. The dog's just dragging his cat. His claws are dug into his eye, and he just like, he takes another hit, and he's like, "You might want to put your dog up." Cats are fucking badass, dude.
Indeed. Very cool. Okay, this next one, I can't remember where I got this, but friend of the show, Steve Muggleston, I guess, is a screen cap of a text from mom online. It says, "Why the hell did you tell your father BDSM stands for burgers, drinks, and salsa music?" And then his second posted, "He just invited Bob and Agnes to come over tonight for a BDSM party. We are not done talking about this."
There's no way there's people named Bob and Agnes.
I'm loving it. I think I will close on that and keep. That's probably the best. Did you just say BDSM though? I was like, I had it somehow. They were trying to connect it.
BDSM 5.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
This is the "Thank you for changing my life" meme. So it's like a Chad guy, and he's like, "Thank you for changing my life." And then it's another Chad wearing a Master Chief helmet. He says, "I'm literally Iraq war propaganda."
Oh.
How are you doing over there, TD? You okay? I was playing this game in Iraq. How about you? It's true. The meme is true.
This is a guy who's in the electric chair, and he's got, the whole thing going on with the skull cap or whatever, and it says, "To my haters, keep sucking. I'm about to come."
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the Edward Bunch painting the screen, but it's Hank Hill going, "Bah!" Okay.
nice.
This is from SpongeBob. So it's SpongeBob and Patrick talking to Sandy, and it says, "When a tattooed person tries to talk to me, sorry, I don't speak sinner." This is another sad girl music meme. It says, "Yes, I'm an INFP. How could you tell?" And then it's just a playlist of Mitski songs.
Oh
This
God.
is I don't know where I found this, but it's SpongeBob, and he's got a fat ass, and then there's a tattoo on his ass that says "scum," and it has a little heart, and then he's wearing a hat that says "sex boy," and he's got a nose piercing.
Oh.
Chicken Run 2 has a title and full cast information. It says Zachary Levi replaces Mel Gibson for Netflix's Chicken Run 2. And I just thought that was such a funny headline. This is just a still. This is a still from Dragon Ball Z. It says cute first date ideas, hand-to-hand combat, and it's who is that? Is that Goku?
Yeah.
And I don't know Goku's wife's name, but I think that's them.
Every 30.
This says I think they downloaded the wrong cough emoji. And it's like a COVID sign. It says, "If you are coughing or sneezing," and the coughing emoji is like a girl with like thick eyelashes who seems to be miming fellatio. And then there's a sneezing one. It says, "Kindly take a mask and put it on."
Andrew says Goku's wife's name is Chi Chi, and I think we heard that from somebody else too. Somebody called it out.
Oh yeah, it is. That is correct. I've never seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z, but I've listened to a lot of podcasts about it. I only have secondhand Dragon Ball Z knowledge. I don't know where I found this, but it's like a guy on TV, and it's like a poorly drawn kind of thing, but it's like the nose is going all the way out like Pinocchio through this guy's chest, and it says, "The greatest weapon is not a gun or a bomb. It is Big Nose TV Man. Big Nose TV Man is dangerous. Please don't let him stab you with his big nose in the TV." Maybe I got this from George. This has like all the trappings of a George meme.
It does. It's true.
This is just a Pokemon still. It's Rowlet gives hugs, and it's a little Pokemon named Rowlet giving another Pokemon a hug. But it's tiny, so it's cute.
And the toucan is mad.
Yeah. Oh, so this says, okay, so I think I should stop watching Pokemon with YouTube generated captions. And it's a bunch of, I forget what this Pokemon is called, but it's like a cocoon Pokemon. And it says, "A flock of clitoris." That's the YouTube generated the caption.
See, now I would pay extra for that.
Yeah. This is my last one for this round. This is a Warhammer meme, and it's an Imperial Fist, which is like a chapter of Space Marines. So, but they and they're yellow, and they photoshopped the head so it's a minion. So Space Marines are supposed to be like super soldiers, and it's really funny that you would put a minion's head on it.
That's good.
But they do have a cool color scheme. Okay, that's my round, and then I have a post of the most.
All right, my third round.
Oh, are we in third round?
Coming at you. We're in third round. Jokes are, it's a picture of a kid who looks like he's on the verge of tears. He's definitely had a spelling bee. He just looks really defeated. And it says, "When the teacher asks if you have any questions, but you sit there in silence because you don't even know what you don't even know." I'll be honest. I think all the rest of these are these are all going to be about the Green M&M. So Andrew Hicks, friend of the show, Hicks_Industries, has this. This is a deep cut because it's 4 panels, and it's Tobey Maguire, who in the first panel has his glasses down, and the second one he has them up. But it's also sort of a take on They Live.
Yeah.
Who, when he put his glasses on, he saw the truth, right? This classic film with Rowdy Roddy Piper from the 80s. So anyway, with his glasses off, he sees a headline from CBS News that says M&M characters redesigned for a, quote, more dynamic, progressive world, end quote, Mars announces. But he puts his glasses on and he sees Human Rights in Focus reporting Mars, Nestle, and Hershey to face child slavery lawsuit in the United States. Chocolate companies are among defendants named in lawsuit brought by former child workers in Ivory Coast. So, yeah, all this basically what Hicks is pointing out here is that like all this chatter about the green M&M, what we really should be talking about is that these motherfuckers enslaved children, and probably still are.
That's really good.
So I also we've seen this more than once in this show today, but this is just a picture of like what exactly they're mad about, what everybody was so up in arms about. And it really does come down to her shoes, right? I mean, the green M&M's shoes are, you know, she has a high heel and a boot, and then now they're just shoes, like, I don't know, fucking tennis shoes. This is Matt XIV Fox News, who says, conservatives, gender is a biological reality determined by anatomy and chromosomes. Tucker Carlson. And he has a tweet by Tucker Carlson who says, gender is not a social construct. It's a biological reality. Conservatives. This is a sexy woman, and there's just a green M&M. No, it's not even personified. Now, one thing. Oh
yeah, this one.
This is a picture of Pete Davidson, who is just looking very fucking Pete Davidson. He's holding his phone in one hand, and he just looks fucking strung out like always. And he's standing next to the new green M&M, and it just says, "Oh, come on." He's even dating the green M&M. Okay, now in my deep dive in Twitter yesterday, I found out that the green M&M is a trans icon, because evidently the green M&M was originally male and a peanut M&M. I'm not gonna make any jokes. So this is a picture of a building with two entrances, and on the left door says book, and the right says super hot and sexy transgender M&M, and it says today's teens, and there's just like hundreds of teens lined up to go into the super hot and sexy transgender M&M. Somebody pointed out that both of these doors go to the same place, though, and posted this. It says the illusion, and there's a cow who has who can either go left or go right, but there's just a divider in the middle that doesn't go very far, because both the left and the right end up at the same place, and that's same place is labeled super hot and sexy transgender M&M, and it says the illusion of free choice. No matter what you do, you end up with super hot and sexy transgender M&M. This says this is what they took from you, and somebody has put a body to the green M&M. Instead of the whole body being a sphere, the sphere is just the head. There's no neck, huge boobs. It's very green and unsettling. Credit goes to @sad drawings by Jace. Jace is a friend of the show. At Michael Chew 7 says, if they are desexualizing the green M&M, it's only a matter of time before they remove the dick vein from Snickers. 78.2 thousand likes.
That's
way
valid.
to go, Michael Chew.
That is
and
justified.
I think that's my last. I think that's my last one, unless we just do this one again. This is Van Ackert, friend of the show, who says nude green M&M, and somebody has photoshopped boobs and a vagina and a belly button onto a naked green M&M, and it's fucking weird.
Very, very.
That's it for my round 3. All I have is my post with the most now.
All right,
so, Eric.
Yep, on it. So I got to share some incredible news from the Facebook for the Blind Weekly Memecast webpage. And if you're not following the Facebook page for Facebook for the Blind, then you missed out. This 37 seconds ad, have you all seen this, from Gary Chambers running in Louisiana?
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, we're showing it on the show.
of marijuana. Since 2010, state and local police have arrested an estimated 7.3 million Americans for violating marijuana laws, over half of all drug arrests. Black people are 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana laws than white people. States waste $3.7 billion enforcing marijuana laws every year. Most of the people police are arresting aren't dealers, but rather people with small amounts of pot, just like me. I'm Gary Chambers, and I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
We live in marvelous times. Because
we need to point out that man was smoking a blunt through that
to a master class.
Yes, smoking a blunt. And as we were going to press tonight, it had already blown up. Laura Ingraham went off on it on Fox News, which is the best way to get this guy the most attention in the world, is to trigger them. It was perfect. So Gary Chambers, Facebook for the Blind, salute you. Really excellent. I was so happy about that.
That was fucking gangster, man. That was dope.
So good. So good. Just such
that was so cool.
I don't know what else I could even say. All right. This next one's kind of interesting. Croy S. Almer posts, I made an algorithm look at 1,000 memes on Twitter and then produce its own, and this is what I got. And the picture is just an overly round, large goose. And in the word at the bottom written in impact font with shadow, which is the traditional meme font, it says Goots, Goots. And Croy Almer closes her caption with, I am shaking and crying. 2022 is just beginning. I can't do this. This can't be how 2022 begins. Which apparently Croy S. Almer is friends with a huge number of just fascinating graphic artists, because then the comment thread exploded. That's right. Pondering My Goots. Pondering My Goots has the D&D trading card of pondering the orb, and the wizard is now pondering a glowing goose. The same thing. And the first comment is, that really ponders my goots, man. We have the red circle with a line through it going across the goots, and it says Goots Busters. Who you gonna call? Goots Busters. Grey Goots vodka. I thought this was genius. Just the same silhouette of the complex drawing in the first shot with the Grey Goose vodka logo. So this is so on point. I just want to be able to do this quickly to make my own memes and respond. If I could do this, I think I'd be a happy person. This one is my keeper. Toots Magoots. And it has toots. Well, it has goots with a party. What do you call this thing? It's not a kazoo. It's like a party.
Yeah, a noisemaker.
Yeah, I think it's actually called a noisemaker.
With the curly.
Yeah, I think it is called a noisemaker.
Anyway, so we've got Goots, the oversized goose, saying Toots Magoots with the tutor. Anyway, so that was my favorite right there. Friend of the show, Doug Henwood. You want more?
It's not called a tutor. I'm sure it's not called. A tutor is somebody who teaches you something.
Sweet. All right, I'm going to check that on Urban Dictionary as soon as the show's over. Friend of the show, Doug Henwood. If you're not following Doug Henwood, you're missing out. Posts a moving note of apology from Weber, the Grill People. Dear Doug, this morning you received our weekly recipe of the week email, which is sent to you every Friday. In today's email, we highlighted a grilled meatloaf recipe. At the time we shared the recipe with you, we were not aware of the unfortunate passing of American singer and actor, Mr. Marvin Lee Ade, also known as Meatloaf. We want to express our deepest apologies for this oversight and any offense this email may have caused. The Weber family. Oh my God. I love that.
Oh, that's funny.
And by the way, Doug is an economist, not a comedian, so I'm quite certain this is legit. This next one is The IrishTimes.com has a picture of Edie Falco, and it says, Edie Falco, I was a big fan of cocaine if it was around, and I could never afford any. And comedian Joe Gorman says, literally every woman in NYC.
Yeah.
Big fan of cocaine. Never can afford any. And comedian Kate Hester posts, oh, please, get a second job, slacker.
Sell cocaine.
Memories from 2 years ago. I posted Trump could shoot someone in the Senate and still get acquitted, 53-47, unless he shot a Republican. Then it would be 52-47.
That's awesome.
King of memes, Dave King, friend of the show, David King. And if you're not following David King, you're missing out. And he will come up later on too, has posted this Star Trek meme with the senior staff, bridge crew, holding up their hands as though they're being held at gunpoint. So we've got Spock with his hands in the air, Kirk with his hands in the air, Bones with his hands in the air, and then popping in from the side is
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons, thank you. All right,
I got you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. I think I'm just gonna do my post with the most, and then hand it back to you for the close, my friend. My post with the most, I think, hopefully if I loaded it, yes. Marauders Forever says, yes, the Phantom of the Opera, the musical about the French man who's deformed and tries to find true love, not to be confused with Beauty and the Beast, the musical about the French man who's deformed and tries to find true love. Or The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the musical about the French man who's deformed and tries to, hey, wait a minute.
All right, my post with the most is it's from Kid Rock. It says, happy birthday, Bob, ... Here we can see a young Kid Rock circa 1976, and he starts his descent into not giving a frog's fat ass ... Cry laughing emoji, and then parentheses, sent from my best friend this AM ... So funny, I had to share, parentheses dash, thank you all for the well wishes, Kid Rock. It's a picture of a baby smoking a cigar that we are led to believe is Kid Rock, but I am doubtful.
That's hilarious.
This picture looks way older than Kid Rock.
It looks a lot older than 76. And then also the whole thing of where he goes, and he starts his descent into not giving a frog's fat ass. It's so funny. Kid Rock rules. I want to go see him in Tinley Park in August. Okay.
Oh my God.
Kid Rock has a place in Nashville. It's fucking trash like me.
Super
this is my post with the most. It was a retweet from @DailyTricks, friend of the show, Daily Tricks, who says Aaron Rodgers and the Packers can still make it to the Super Bowl if Mike Pence has enough courage.
Damn.
I just fucking love it. If Mike Pence has enough courage. So yeah, the Packers are out of it.
Awesome.
That's about. I actually want you to know that I looked that up.
Oh.
Like, this must have something to do with the Packers not being able to win the Super Bowl. And it's true. They lost the vote and they can't go to the Super Bowl now. So,
you know, in library school, when we would have to do reference assignments, they would be all over the place and people would get really excited. And then one time they're like, now this next reference assignment is about sports. And 50 librarians just go, oh.
I know, every time on Twitter I go to like, it's like for you, you know, I go to the search bar and it's like, here's what you need to know. And it's like all this shit, like theology and comedy and, you know, world events and stuff. And then politics. And then it'll be like, what's actually trending on Twitter. And I never know what any of it's about. It's all fucking people's names I've never heard, just sports. I was like, people use this app for sports, which is like weird, right? It's fucking weird to me that people want to get on Twitter just to talk about these games they like watching. It's so strange to me.
I want to point something out too, because I don't understand a lot of sports, but One Time is great. One of my heroes, Ralph Nader, was talking about people keep saying that the Americans are stupid. He says, but have you ever heard a sports call-in show? Americans can do very complex and esoteric statistics. They can do, RBIs and times on base and distance. They can do physics on the radio if it's about sports. So Americans are not stupid.
Yeah. I'm glad people like it. I guess I don't know. Fucking, it's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I don't know how to close on that. How do we close?
That's our show.
That's our show for Facebook for the Blind for Monday, January 24th, 2022. Thank you so much for listening.
Love you, George.
Boop. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.